Welcome to virtualsheetmusic.com and livingpianos.com. I'm your host, Robert Estrin. Today's subject is how to play by ear. Can you actually learn how to play by ear? Or is it something you're born with? These are some very good questions. We're going to cover this, and I'm going to show you some tips. No matter what level you're at with playing by ear, this should help you to take it to the next level. All right. So I do believe that everyone can improve their ears and can improve playing by ear. So if you're somebody who feels that you're tone deaf, believe it or not, you can develop your ear. Everyone can develop their ear. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're tone deaf, you're going to develop into someone who has perfect pitch, who can transcribe Charlie Parker solos, but you can definitely improve playing by ear. So what are some of the things you can do? One of the single most important things you must do to develop your ear is singing. That's right. Because when you sing, you absolutely have to hear the pitches, as we discussed in other videos. Now, when you're singing, it goes a little bit deeper. I was very fortunate to start to study solfeggio, that is sight singing with the syllables. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So that quantifies all the pitches in the scale. Now, you can do the same thing even without working for years at sight singing. You can simply try to quantify the pitches within the scale. So I'm going to pick a song that everybody knows, Yellow Submarine, and kind of go through and show you what I'm talking about. If you know the song, we all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine, and it repeats that phrase. So I'm going to start with that one phrase. So the first thing you have to do is find that first note. Now I found the first note for myself, so I'd sing in C major. It starts, in this case, I'd have to find the note, and we all live, it starts on a G there. So now how do you figure out the next notes? Well, if you think of the scale, if you think of all the notes of the C major scale, so when it goes da 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 da, now how do you know what that note is? You might know that the first note that changes goes up, da 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 da. So you might guess that it's an A, and you'd be right. But da, how do you figure that out? Now, some people will say you figure out the interval, and they might just know it's a perfect fifth because they've had years of theory training. But suppose you have no idea what that lower note is. Well, you go down stepwise through the scale. Da, 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 da. So you got G, 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 A. Now you go back down. Do you want to figure out da, that note? Da, G, A, G, F, E, A, D, I should say. G, 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 A, D. Do you see how I did that? G, A, G, F, E, D. By thinking the diatonic notes between, that is the notes of the scale, you can figure out any of the intervals. That's what it's really all about. This works perfectly well for all tonal music. Now, if you're talking about atonal music, we'll have to have another video on that subject, but chances are you're not trying to play atonal music by ear. So I want any of you who've never tried playing anything by ear before to sing your music and try to fill in the scale degrees to figure out when there's a leap. Now, you may be able to hear up or down, like if a note goes compared to. So that's the first step, is hearing whether something goes up or down. And if it skips, sing all the notes of the scale between, and you should be able to figure out notes by ear. And the more you do it, the more you will develop. Spend time at your instrument playing by ear. Play with other musicians, and you'll be surprised at how your ability playing by ear will grow. Thanks so much for joining me, Robert Estrin, here at virtualsheetmusic.com and livingpianos.com.